Our top focus this hour, Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi will virtually participate in the G20 Leaders Summit on Afghanistan. This is expected to deliberate on the overall situation in the country since the Taliban took control. On Prime Minister Modi's participation, the Ministry of External Affairs has said the agenda of this meeting will include a discussion in response to three things: the humanitarian needs and access to basic services and livelihood, the security situation and the fight against terrorism, and lastly, mobility, migration and human rights. Now, Italy is currently the chair of the G20 that comprises 20 of the world's major economies. The External Affairs Ministry said in its statement that G20 is an important platform to help build international consensus on the Afghan crisis and also facilitate a coordinated approach between multilateral organizations, including the UN and its agencies, to address the worsening humanitarian crisis in Afghanistan. Now, the war-torn country has been on the forefront of all major summits held in the past 1 month or so. Now, Prime Minister Modi also participated in the SCO-CSTO Outreach Summit on Afghanistan, while External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar participated in the meeting of the G20 foreign ministers on Afghanistan on the margins of the UN General Assembly in New York. And for more on this now, we're being joined by Principal Diplomatic Correspondent Siddhant Sibal. Siddhant, thank you for joining us. As I mentioned earlier, as per the MEA statement, discussions to be held in response to humanitarian needs, security and fight against terrorism, and mobility and migration. Now, on each of these key issues, what sort of a resolution can we expect?
Well, this is perhaps the third time that the Indian Prime Minister will be public on Afghanistan. We know that in the past there have been two instances. One, of course, is the SCO meeting on Afghanistan. Then, of course, the reference to Afghanistan during his address to the United Nations General Assembly. Both the events happened in the month of September. Now, of course, G20 meeting. But one thing we need to note is that how G20 has emerged as the premier forum when it comes to dealing with the international political issues. Last year, we know that when it comes to the COVID crisis, G20 had met virtually 2 times and, of course, injected a kind of a support to the global economy. Then, of course, this year it is meeting on Afghanistan. Italy is, of course, the host of G20. But largely, there has been a movement of G20 from primarily an economic grouping to an economic and political grouping. We know that it emerged out of the 2008 financial crisis, but increasingly taking the political role as well.
Right, Siddhant, now we know that Afghanistan has been a dominant topic of discussions. How are the G20 leaders hoping to ensure a befitting resolution this time?
Well, the G20 leaders will be discussing Afghanistan. As of now, there is no clarity on whether there will be a resolution or not. But the fact that the G20 member countries are going to meet, they are going to discuss Afghanistan, is something significant and also shows that how, in a sense, that the United Nations has been dysfunctional in its actions on Afghanistan. We know that under the Indian presidency in the month of August, when, of course, we saw Taliban takeover of the country, a resolution was passed 2593. And India has been referring to it, but it looks like Taliban has gone against the commitments it had made, including an inclusive government, rights of women, rights of minorities. And it has been almost 2 months since the fall of Kabul, and the situation, in fact, has deteriorated in the country substantially.
Right, Siddhant, I think it's important to mention here that this is happening in the backdrop as the Taliban are seeking international recognition. What can we expect on that front?
Well, as of now, when it comes to recognition, any kind of legitimacy for Taliban, it's unlikely to happen. Even the strongest of allies, like countries like China and Russia, who were stopped on Taliban, they have been very silent when it comes to their views about recognition of the Taliban government. China has been saying that they're going to look into the actions of Taliban. And so far, it's obviously not happy what has been happening. We know that recently the Deputy Secretary of State of United States, Wendy Sherman, was here in New Delhi. Right. There was consultation on legitimacy of Taliban. And she clearly said that we are also going to wait and watch as to what Taliban does on the ground. It looks like that will be a long haul.
Right, Siddhant, thank you so much for joining us with all the details on that. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.